Hey everybody, what's going on? Joe Kales coming in here with Flipping Awesome, and just wanted to bring a quick marketing tip. Actually, this channel and this brand is meant for real estate investing and our journey and everything. So what does marketing have to do with any of that? This has nothing to do with actual, flipping, rehabbing, wholesaling, foreclosures, etc. But marketing is a gigantic part of a real estate business. It should be, at least. And just wanted to share a quick tip about URL tracking as far as your marketing is going. My brother Dan and I are very excited and pretty much obsessed with marketing and tracking people and where they're coming from, which websites they're hitting, really so that we know where to spend our time and money. If you're spending time and money on marketing in any capacity, you want to know where they're coming from, whether it's a website or Facebook or YouTube or anything like that. And URL tracking is one way to do that. Now, I've always known about this and just never thought about it specifically for this one reason, for email signatures. But just kind of my brother and I were chatting, and we were just like, hey, I thought, well, I don't have a tracking link in my URL signature. So in my email signature. So if a buddy of mine gets an email from me and he clicks on the link, I don't have any way of knowing where he came from. He could have come from a Facebook campaign. I see a unique user in my Google Analytics account, which I'm showing right here. By the way, if you're not using Google Analytics, I suggest you do so. It's free and very important not to get crazy hung up on by any means. You don't want to get so bound up with the analytics and the numbers and stats and conversions and everything that you're not actually doing work. But there are some key indicators that you want to keep aware of. So as I was saying, if I send an email to a family or friend and they click a link, I don't know that they actually came from the email. So that doesn't mean anything about email, but that just means that I don't know where people are coming from in Facebook and things like that. So using tracking URLs is a very powerful thing. So here's my Google Analytics account. I'm just going to show you real quick how to track URL and the difference between the two. So if you go to 3X Homes, which is one of our, whoops, I didn't mean to click Facebook. If you go to 3X Homes, which is one of our brands and one of our websites, so if you go to 3xhomes.com, this is what you see. It's our regular website. It's got a video, some information, an opt-in box here. This is our conversion, and just wanted to show you 3X Homes website. So if I have in my email signature, if I'm composing an email, and then I have all these links: 3X Homes, 3X Credit, 3X Funding, Funding for Flipping. Those are all of our brands. If somebody clicked 3xhomes.com as of about an hour ago, I would not have known that they came from my email signatures. So they could have just as well come from Google, Facebook advertisement, a YouTube advertisement, etc., unless I was tracking it. So I wanted to know exactly where they were coming from. So I just thought, hey, I'm going to update my signature and add a tracking URL. An identifier to track the URL. Pretty easy to do, and this is just Gmail. Obviously, if you have a different email client, or if you're running a campaign, I'm going to explain the concept of using a tracking identifier. But if you go into your settings of Gmail, this little gear here, click Settings, and then scroll down, you'll be in the general area of your settings. And my dog Charlie is saying hello. Of course, he's quiet all day until I do a video. But scroll down here. I'm going to move this for a second. In your email signature, like I said, about an hour ago, all I had was Funding for Flipping. If you highlight this, it says 3xfunding.com. Before it only says 3xfunding.com. If you click on Change, this is where I updated. So before it was only that, but I came in here to edit the link and I put $ID equals Joe Sig. So that's the key behind URL tracking. If you put anything after a domain, a question mark, ID equals, that's basically, without getting into developer speak, anything after a question mark is just going to line up a bunch of parameters. ID is just a very general identification parameter. So you do question mark, ID equals Joe Sig in this case. If we were doing Facebook marketing, we might put FB1 or something like that. We do that with YouTube. It's YT1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many campaigns we have going, so that we can link back and we know where to pour our time and money. If 100 users are going to our YouTube advertisement number 3 and only 20 are going to 1, we're going to stop paying for the number 1 ad that we have and put more money into ad 3 because it's obviously converting better. So that's where you don't want to get mired down in the details and just dream about this stuff all day long, but you do want to know where to spend your money. So if a majority of people are coming somewhere and not the other place, then you want to put your money there. So this is how we do 3xfunding.com/ID equals Joe Sig. So now obviously you click OK and then scroll down to the bottom and click change, save changes. Obviously I have all these links. I would update them all the same way. Click save changes. I didn't change anything, so I can't save it, but you will. So basically then when you go into an email, again, if I pop this back up, it's going to be 3x Homes. When I click on it, it'll say go to this thing. So instead of just 3xhomes.com, it's going to say 3xhomes.com/ID $ID equals Joe Sig. Now why is that significant? Because when you go into your Google Analytics account, here's my 3x Homes, and I can drill down into here. Without that tracking URL, all it would show me is a slash, so that it's the root domain. Once this pulls up for me, I'll show you how that works. So basically when you're in Google Analytics, and assuming you have it, if you don't know how to set up Google Analytics, feel free to reach out to me, send me an email or comment on this video, and I'll be glad to help you set that up. Pretty cool stuff. You go into behavior, and then site content, and all pages. So you can basically see all the different pages on this domain that people are clicking. So if you scroll down here, partner agents, process, about, available, FAQ, investors sold, and this is the main root domain. So 43 unique visitors. We've had 43 unique page views on this domain, 3xhomes.com. Now, once this cycles through and Google Analytics catches the fact that I actually went to this URL, it's going to show me specifically in this list / equals Joe Sig, and that's relevant because that shows me that it came from email versus a Facebook profile, or versus a YouTube campaign, or Google AdWords, or anything like that. Any sort of marketing that we're doing, or even if we do I don't know, an email blast, and we put out email 1 as the identifier, we know that they came from that email and they're responding to it. If we sent out 10 different emails and we want to mark each of them against each other, we do email 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we would mark how many people are coming from each one to see which converts better. So just a very simple way to track your campaigns, track your URLs. It'll show up here in Google Analytics, and it's pretty simple. Again, Google Analytics is free. As long as you know what you're doing with it, it's very powerful, and as long as you know how to track your URLs, and you do so, that's exciting. So that's why we're excited to be using this in our email signatures, on all of our profile pages, on all of our marketing campaigns. It will all track back to a very specific URL instead of just the generic 3xhomes.com. So quick tip about URL tracking and doing marketing in your real estate investing business. Hope you guys are successful with it and just crushing it out there in the industry. So thanks for your time. We'll talk to you later.